Hello.
Hi, Clara. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly. Everyone can hear? Yes? Everyone can hear? I'm not sure if it's better with this or without. Yeah, I think.
How
Yes.
have you been, Clara?
Yes, very fine. I was sharing with people that came online that you impacted greatly my life with the training that you did for us and the group of counselors, psychologists, and therapists back in Nairobi in 2015 or 16, around that time. That how much you inspired me and you helped me in many ways. So yeah, I'm very happy that you took time to be with me and with the people that have so many questions. I
Anytime,
suggest.
Clara. Anytime.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I truly admire you, and you came in the right moment in my life, and you shaped my counseling strategies as much as you also impacted my process of healing and growth, personally and professionally, and that is why you are still today a big inspiration in my life. And
Thank you.
yes, and today.
Thank you, Clara. We all have our own soul contracts, which we have to complete when we are on the earth. When we are in the school of earth, we have to complete our soul contracts. So probably there was a contract between me and you, and I just had a bucket list which I just did the tick mark. That's all. Yeah, that's how it is.
Thank
Yeah.
you for that. Today, because you've been almost doing 200 workshops on hypnotherapy all over, I would like to start asking questions about what hypnotherapy is. Today's talk is about hypnotherapy, and I would like to, to give you some questions about that so that people understand what it is, how does it work, and why. No? So, so basically, we will start with what is hypnotherapy, and then later on, if we have some time, maybe we can ask people of other subjects that you are very knowledgeable, or we can open the forum for people to ask you questions.
Both ways I'm okay. See, if you really want to know and understand hypnotherapy as if you want a description of it or detail of it, Google, internet is all full of it these days. So I will talk to you in a very layman's language so that we understand from a very simple way what exactly is hypnotherapy. See, one thing is very clear with everyone, which I don't have to talk about, we don't have to advertise anymore. Like that, any issue in our life, every issue that we have in our life, the thing that is responsible behind is mind. This is something which we all know and understand. I don't have to explain this to anyone anymore. But what people need to understand is that the mind has two parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. When you have an issue and you go and see a psychologist, they work with your conscious mind. But the same issue, when you work with your subconscious mind, that's when we do the therapy through your subconscious mind to heal you. That is called hypnotherapy. It is as simple, in a layman's language.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And why does hypnotherapy work more efficiently compared with other therapy modalities? Why
Come
does
again?
it have the reputation of working with more efficiency than other types of psychotherapy?
No, every therapy and every modality has its own contribution in the universe. So I cannot say this one is better, that one is more. But if you want to understand it scientifically, I can explain you that the conscious mind only takes 8 to 10% of our total mind, whereas 88 to 90% is your subconscious mind. So when you have an issue and you go to a psychologist, they are excellent in working on that. They do very good job and they really heal you, but they heal you by your subconscious mind only, 8 to 10%. It's always better to get yourself healed completely, totally. And for that, then you need to heal yourself through the subconscious mind also. So we are a complementary to the psychologists and psychotherapies. We are not the alternates. We don't do any alternate therapies. We are the complementary to you. Whatever the psychologist has done, rest of the part we do. Only difference is that when you work only with the conscious mind, the pattern tends to come back because the core issue is still in the subconscious mind. But when you work on the same issue through your subconscious mind, then chances of pattern to come back is very, very less.
Yes, I experienced it in my own. Yes,
Yeah.
clear for everyone. Hypnosis also helps the mind reduce body pain. How does it help with pain reduction? How does it work?
Well, it works in the sense that not a single pain in your body, mind, soul, emotions, relationships, socially, not a single pain can enter your boundaries unless you allow it, unless you have sanctioned it. So if you have, your mind has sanctioned the pain in the body, so it is only and only your mind which can desanction it, which can take the sanction back. So when we go to the, so you know, it's like you go to the court and you have a defense lawyer. So already I have decided that I have this problem. Maybe there is, for example, there is a guilt in me. So I have already convicted myself guilty of being in guilt. So since the conviction is done, I have now decided to punish myself. So say I have a guilt for my parents. So I will now allow my kidneys to show where that guilt is. So my kidneys will have problem. Like a defense lawyer, what we do is we go and find out the new knowledge of that problem which has created the guilt with the new wisdom. Because you see, the wisdom transits. It's transient. When I punished myself and when I decided what I have done with my mother is wrong, I was at a particular age. Now I have grown up. My wisdom has grown up. From here, if I stand and look at what action I did at that time in the past, that's when I judge myself to be guilty. Not realizing that at that time, that was the wisdom I had. Now, wisdom is transient. Wisdom has moved up. Action is still there. Whatever I have done is still there. And now I'm judging myself standing from a higher pedestal. And that's where the guilt has come. So if I have sanctioned a punishment to me, to myself at that age, at this age, with the new wisdom, I would be able to produce new witnesses to my mind, who is the judge, and tell mine, my Lord, I have new witness, I have new ideas, I have new reasons, I have a new wisdom to look at the whole thing. And with this, I do not think I am very guilty, and therefore I want you to take away the punishment that I have sanctioned to my kidneys. And this is how physically we heal ourselves, by our understanding in our subconscious mind.
So you're saying also that emotions and organs are linked?
Absolutely, absolutely, ma'am. So if you are very angry, just see how the anger comes on your physical body. Your jaws will be tightened up, your muscles will be tightened. It is all physical body. Yes. So your emotions are definitely the first ones to. So with your body, next to your body is your aura body, which we don't see, but it is there. Then is our emotions. Next to the body is emotions body, and then is my mental body, where we have thoughts. So thoughts creates a disturbance in my emotions, Emotion disturbs my aura, and wherever the aura is weak, that part of the body suffers.
Wow, a very holistic and deep explanation. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Hypnosis, not anymore, less and less, and because it's becoming more. But before, it used to have, few years ago, it used to have like a weird connotation. It would be, oh, hypnosis, you can manipulate me, or you can. So it would have some bad reputation with that. Why do you think that it is, and where does it come from? Because the only thing that I knew about hypnosis was therapy and healing, and a very powerful strategy in psychotherapy to reprogram the mind to help you overcoming your difficulties and helping you reaching towards your goals or self-healing. So why did this reputation came, or why?
I think that this reputation came more from the eastern side of the world. Okay, so in East there are two types of hypnosis which are being practiced. One is where people hypnotize you, enter your subconscious mind, and take the control of your subconscious mind. But that is an Eastern practice. That practice is generally done for manipulation and for your personal benefit. But what we practice is not hypnosis, we practice hypnotherapy. For the purpose of therapy, we take you to a hypnotic state. And in this, your subconscious mind is absolutely under your control. We help you, we facilitate you to get in touch with your own subconscious mind. We don't enter your subconscious mind. And this is the Western way of working in hypnosis. So, Eastern way is taking your control, and Western way of hypnosis is mesmerizing you. There is a difference.
Yeah, I understand where the bad reputation came.
Yes, so and that's where the reputation comes from. Yeah, you're right.
There is people that so they are allergic to some anesthetics, and they use hypnotherapy to actually get operations or do some surgery.
See, allergies, you'll be surprised, Clara, and you must have seen it in your own therapy sessions. Even in fact, when you people were studying and we do a demo on allergy, which was done in your class, allergies can actually be handled in one therapy, single therapy. And allergies of ears can be handled by one single therapy. It is possible. And I have seen it happening.
Me too.
Yeah. The point is this, Clara. Every issue, whether it is the allergy or any other issue, even if it is an addiction in your life, even if you're alcoholic, every single thing that comes in our life has come to teach us something. We have to complete a learning. We call, in the Eastern side, we call it karmic learning. It is here in our life to complete a karmic cycle or help us to complete a karmic learning. That's why it is here. Therapies work well to remove all these issues, whether it is your addiction or it is your allergy or anything else, only if you have completed your learning. If you have got the wisdom why it was here, if you have the wisdom why the problem came, to teach you what and how it is going to bring the shift in your life, 50% of your problem is solved. Rest of the 50%, we do the therapy.
Lovely. Very clear. Yes.
Yeah.
And very clear. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I remember you in class telling us about hypnobirthing, and I would like to share that a very close friend of mine, the first birth was on cesarean, and all the doctors told her that the second one would be actually cesarean as well. But I told her the strategy that you taught us in class, to visualize exactly what she wanted to go through and to picture that she was actually going to do a natural birth, and it happened literally and exactly how we managed. So she wanted it. So the power of visualization and the power of the mind is limitless, and the subconscious mind is a true big deal. So the last two questions before we jump to another subject that I'm very interested in asking you more is like, what are the major issues that you find people coming to you for hypnotherapy, or to the psychologists and counselors and therapists that you train? What are the major subjects that people come to be treated in hypnotherapy?
See, it definitely is depends on the age of the consciousness. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If it is a new consciousness, which means kids who are born after 90s, in 90s, lot of confusion in the communication, lot of confusion in their careers, and lot of confusion in what is good, what is bad, what is competition, what is success. And if the success is so important, then why the success is not giving me the happiness, why there is so much of pain. Lot of bipolar issues, lot of them, and manic depressions. This is what I feel in kids of after 90s to 2010 types. When it comes to older people, then mostly it is relationship issues. So while the older consciousness is still struggling with the relationships, understanding it, because to them that is what they have been taught. They have been taught that everything is about relationship, everything is about, once you are born, next milestone marriage, and then marriage is for keeps. All these things are with them. That is how they have been brought up. That is what is their belief system. In India, we call this word as sanskar. So they are struggling with that still. Younger generation, the new consciousness, thankfully, is more clear about it. They are absolutely not struggling. They enter into a relationship, and if they sing and they see it is not good, this is not making me either happy or this is not helping me to grow, this reason is good enough for them to move on to another relationship. And very happily and amicably they are moving on. No fights, nothing, just two understandings, and they move on. So they don't come much for relationships. They come because of the career, the competition. There is no peace. The parents have spent lakhs of rupees on them to make them, to get them a career, because it is a very well-respected career in the society. But they don't want to do it. They have studied. They have proved to their parents that we have the potential. And then they say we don't want to do it. Now the parents come for their therapy for the same reason. And because they get the shock of their life after spending so much money. I've spent so much money on my child to do his MBA. I sent him abroad, this, that, and the child wants to come back and he just wants to have a food cart or a cafeteria or things like that, and then they wonder why did we spend so much money on them. These are the cases I'm finding more on this. Kids in the last 10 years are being labeled as ADHD cases very quick and fast. If a child is little extra, he has more energy, the psychologist and the schools are labeling them as ADHD or hypersensitive and hyper this thing, and they are given medicines to bring their energy level low. That's painful. And when it comes to me, but yes, in the latest consciousness is struggling with that. I must tell you, you were talking about hypnobirthing. I want to tell you something interesting about hypnobirthing. When I went to do this course of hypnobirthing, I was sitting and meditating why I want to do it. And there was a child who came in my meditation and said, because we are coming with the new consciousness. When we enter on this earth, we don't want anybody yelling, shouting, cursing us because of the pain. We don't want to start a life with the guilt that My birth is giving pain to my mom. So we need people who can bring souls on this earth without giving pain to the mother, so that when we start our life, at least we start on a happy note. So this is the need of the new consciousness. So whatever I am doing, whatever you are doing, Clara, I am 61. Most of my life is already done with. You have a lot of life to do, but you have to contribute a lot in the universe. And many people, I have students who are 17, 16, 18 years old also. These are the people who are being forced to learn the power of subconscious mind by the new consciousness. The new souls want them to learn it. So you are under conspiracy, you are being forced to learn.
Beautiful.
Because the new consciousness needs you. Yeah.
Beautiful way to look at it. Thank you, Neerja. Someone has asked about what about addictions? Yes. What about
addictions? Definitely come, Clara, because of some void in our lives. How are the voids created? When life is telling us something else and we are understanding something else, the gap in between is known as the void. And when we do not understand it appropriately, we try to refill it with something. What do you refill it with? You will refill it with something physical, because when you try to refill it with your thoughts, you try to refill it with your emotions, people around you don't understand, they don't allow you. The older consciousness does not allow you to do that. Then you start refilling it with the substance, because it does not disturb you. When you have substance abuse, or even, I will not say abuse, I always say substance use. When you have a substance abuse, what happens? When you have drinks, when you have drugs, they just break your critical filter and they take you to a hypnotic state.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we do. Because in your subconscious mind is the truth, and you enjoy it, you feel very peaceful. That's why people who have addictions, they feel very peaceful after having the substance. If they are allowed to understand what messages they are getting, what is their life plan, and we adults do not force our views in it, I'm sure no child would need to go for any of the substance. Because then it is okay with them. Whatever they are listening consciously is what is there in their subconscious mind. There is a sync in it. They don't need any substance to take them to their subconscious mind. A meditation takes you there.
So are you saying that this, that addiction comes out of repressing, controlling, or society expectations or parents' expectations?
No.
Okay, because what I understood is, if the conscious mind and the unconscious are together, there is no need to feel voice.
So all the
yes.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So all the other problems, physical, emotional, comes because of the suppression. But when it comes to addiction or substance use, it is because there is a void between what I have come to do on this earth and what I am being forced to do.
Okay.
That gap creates a void, and we fill up the void with the substances. That's what I'm saying.
We have a question from someone that said, how do I build my brain muscles to avoid constant negative energy? How do I best help my subconscious mind to keep on defensive and in control?
Simply go and find the reason from where the thought is coming, which is creating a problem. If there is an emotion which is disturbing you, there is a thought behind it. Just see what is that thought, where is it coming, who gave you that thought, is it your own, or is it that something you experienced, you heard somebody saying about it, and then you now have started believing in it, and that is giving you pain. Just go to the core. The core issue is generally in your past. Now your past in the current life is known as inner children. Go and see, just on your own, sit down and see where is it coming. If you feel this thought is not mine, and this is my father's thought, in your imagination, call your father and tell him, this is your thought, will you please take it back and give me my thought, original thought with which I was born, because that is the thought which will take me to my life purpose.
Totally. And this is very linked to family constellations. I didn't
Yeah,
mention it
on,
in the
yeah,
introduction, but actually
yeah.
Neerja is also a family constellator.
So family constellation is also again going to your own subconscious mind. In this, there is a little different. When you do the role play, you go into somebody else's subconscious mind.
Totally.
But the rules are the
Yes.
same.
The roles are
Rules
the
are the
same.
same.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to share my experience. You are
Yeah,
welcome
sure.
to ask questions, everyone in the chat. I would like to say that when I worked with Neerja, she worked on few inner children that I had, showing some insecurity and not trusting enough with myself. And yes, you're welcome. So the guy that was asking you said thank you for your reply. It was very helpful to him. So I wanted to share that after the therapy with Neerja, I unlocked so many things of myself that after not playing violin for 15 years, I took the violin again. And I
Yeah,
engaged.
I remember.
I opened my own counseling clinic. So a lot of fear was removed, a lot of insecurity and not believing about myself. Neerja does online trainings and passes on so many wisdom and knowledge on not only on hypnotherapy, on other things that I would like her. Let me see the time, but I would like her to if we still have time, to explain a little bit what are these conferences that you do about words of wisdom and if you wanted, we have another question that was about relationships. Why relationships are so hard during this COVID time?
Yeah.
But you can start with whatever you want, either the relationships issues nowadays and getting into a toxic relationship and not being able to leave, or the subject that I am more interested in is more about these workshops that you are doing currently about words of wisdom and spiritual awakening. So start with whatever you want, and
Yeah. Let me answer the question of since we are on these topics. Let me answer this question: why suddenly there is so much of stress on relationships, and especially now people can see it more during the COVID. COVID basically has come in our life to help us create our complete our karmic cycle. The karmic cycles with people can be best resolved through relationships and the relationships of spouses or partners and so on, even with your parents and your children. Okay. Now, when COVID, whatever you have been ignoring till now, COVID will not let you ignore it anymore because COVID wants you to sort it out now. Complete this. Complete this. What you call it? Your karmic cycle with people whom you have been avoiding. So, say in a family, if a husband and wife they are not, they are having problems for whatever reason. Now the father goes to work, forgets about the family because this is the best way to go out, not even look at that side. The problem with the wife he puts under the carpet, comes back home very, very late, has no time for kids and the wife. So, this is his coping mechanism. This is not the solution. This is not the resolution. Wife would also do the same. You know, so she is with her work, she is also with her own friends or whatever she is doing, but she's making sure that her focus is not on the husband, because the moment she thinks of husband, the carpet gets up and the pain comes to her. That is her coping mechanism. Now, in the bargain, kids do not get neither the mother nor the father. It was okay when we were kids. It was okay, Clara, when you were a kid. But it is not okay to the new consciousness. Not allowed. So the whole story of COVID is where you can do nothing. You can't go to office. You cannot put anything anymore under the carpet. Carpet is already full. And you have no choice but to look at your child's face and see and understand how your child is hurt because of your relationship with your spouse. And therefore now, People are in such a way in the COVID, either you make it or break it. Kids are very clear these days. They have absolutely no issues in having a single parent, but they want peace. So if you both cannot stay together with peace, either make peace, fight it out, talk it out, argue it out, but make peace. Understand each other finally. Learn to live with each other. Complete your karmic cycle. That is what the new consciousness is forcing all the parents. Now, either they have to stay together and they will learn to understand each other because now they're given time. Now the man can see, oh, how the wife was looking after the kids, what all she was doing. Or the wife also now also has understanding of the husband that he's not bad, but this happened because of this. So they will either come closer to each other, which kids want. That's their first choice. But if they don't want to come together, break it. Go to your paths, but give us peace, because new consciousness will live with peace. No compromise on that. That's why relationships are, I wouldn't say suffering the most, but I'll say are being affected the most in this COVID time. You have to complete your karmic cycle. Good, bad, ugly.
Totally. So basically, COVID has put things on our face. If they were under the carpet, basically, COVID has come to just for us to confront what wasn't working already or what needs to be addressed. There is a question that says, I was in a relationship, but things seem strangely weird and I'm having a tough time to let it go. How can I let it go without getting harmed emotionally, physically, and mentally? This is a youth from Kenya, a young participant.
Point is, don't let it go. Why do you want to let it go? There is a reason why this relationship has come in your life. Just sit down and see how it has contributed in your life for your benefit. That's all. I'm not saying go back to the relationship. I'm not saying accept that person. No, nothing about other person. All about you. Why did this relationship come at all? What did it teach you? How did it benefit you? Because unless you get benefited, you will not even allow a fly to enter your house. And this is a complete relationship which has entered. Right?
So clear. So clear.
Yeah. So just check. How has it benefited you? What did you achieve out of it? What did you learn out of it? Learning done? Are you okay with this learning? Have you understood it? Good. Now have gratitude for that person who came in your life. Whatever he did good, he did bad, he hit you, you hit him, whatever it is. But it has given you the benefit that you wanted to have. It has taught you what you wanted to learn. Your karmic cycle is now complete forever, not only in this life, coming lives also, all the incarnations of yours. Feel happy, say thank you to him, have gratitude for him, and then say bye to him. It is easier then for you to do the farewell. If we have so much of pain in us and we want to say a bye to a relationship, it will not happen.
Totally. So true. Thank you so much for all these insights. Thank you. You're so on point always. Always.
Thank you so much, Clara.
We have another comments, but I'm so absorbed with you that I can't read them. Don't worry. We are going to save this and update it, so you will watch it later if you want again. Yes, they want to.
We can
see
sort
it
of
again.
have a.
They want to see again the talk.
So, Clara, we can have a follow-up also, where all these questions that they have written, you can ask me those questions. We can wait for 2 days and I'll answer all of them, and then you can probably send them through email or whatever way you know. I don't know. But whatever way.
This Instagram platform. Yes, they are thanking you for the feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, before last, you can ask as many questions and we will make time to reply. Okay, someone is asking how can
a question just I read in front, it has come in my universe. Can I answer that one?
Yes. How can I cope with the loss of a father? It's affecting me so much.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one. I don't know the age of this person who has lost the father, but I'm extremely sorry for this. I lost my father in March. My father was 96. I thought I was ready for it. Maybe I was ready, but I was not prepared. Or maybe I was prepared and I was not ready. I do not know where it is. But yeah, that loss is, I can understand, and especially because it is very, very fresh to me. Uh, Look, we have to understand every relationship, whether it is a father, it's a mother, it's a child, it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, your boss, your company, your job, or environment, or COVID. Whatever comes in the life comes with an expiry date. The expiry date is already settled. First comes the expiry date, and then comes the person, personality, or anybody else in your life, or any circumstances, or anything. Your father was also there with you till the expiry date reached. And then he had to move on because he has his commitment with many people. You are not the only one he has to father. Next life, he'll father somebody else. The happiness that he gave you, the security that he gave you, the support, the protection, providing, everything that he gave you, now it is somebody else's chance. You have to move on. Okay? Because you have, remember, your consciousness is transient. So I do not know the person who's asked the question is male or a female, but if you are a female, you are
it's a male 33 years old.
33 years old, yeah.
East Africa.
So you have had your consciousness of a son till now, but it will not remain the same consciousness. It will move to become a father yourself. Then it will probably move to become a boss in a company. The consciousness will move to become a father-in-law maybe, or a grandfather. Your consciousness will move. It has to move. It is transient. It will not stay as a son all your life. Similarly, your father's consciousness also needs to move. Okay? So that's what is happening. We all are moving. If we can accept this movement with understanding, and remember the love and the good time that you have spent. Whenever you think of your father, and whenever you think that he is not there, immediately think of, consciously change your thoughts. Oh, how beautiful it was when he was there. And think of those days. And this is how you will be happy, your father will be happy. You will leave him, allow him to move further in life. That he has to move. You can't stop his journey. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for your light, Neerja. It's such a beautiful way to look at things. Everything is a constant change and transformation of energy and consciousness. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes. Can we speak a little bit about, because we have only 10 more minutes and we are done. So I would like to leave the 5 last minutes for you explaining the trainings that you are, the 3 different topics. Upma is saying, thank you, Neerja, for this explanation, has helped me a lot. Also, Upma lost her father and she's still dealing with it. And Upma was one of your students together with me in Nairobi.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Upma.
So basically, I would like to leave the last 5 minutes for you to explain how can we reach to you in courses, in trainings, and what topics are you presenting now. And these last 5 minutes, if you could speak shortly about either words of wisdom or spiritual awakening, your own experience, your own wisdom. I know that we are now moving from psychotherapy and hypnosis to something else, but I just have to ask you because I'm so curious and I see you giving a lot of talks about this, so I'm very interested and thank you.
So, okay, so Clara, what I'll do is in this, whatever time we have, I'm going to club both the things, what I teach, what I do, and also what is wisdom and what is transformation. I'll put them all together. See, any therapy that happens through any modality, there are 2 ways of doing it. One is the wisdom that you get out of it, and second is from the cellular memories from your bodies. Because every issue, every pain, whether it is physical, emotional, or whatever it is stored in our physical body, in our cellular memories. The way you remember, a long time back, there used to be huge tapes, magnetic tapes, which you used to put in VCR, and the whole movie you could see right in front of you. All right. That type of magnetism is there in each and every cell of ours. So every cell of ours has its own memory. Whatever is disturbing us, we have to understand the wisdom that this is. What disturbing is what is the wisdom behind it? How is it benefiting it? What is it teaching us? One is this. And second is we remove it through the cellular memories. All right? So when I teach and talk about subconscious mind, there are two types of courses that I do. One is which teaches you to have the wisdom and remove it through your cellular memory. Another modality that I teach is the one which teaches you to accept everything the way it is. Because nobody can be wiser than that. If you're able to accept everything the way it is, just by knowing why it has come in my universe and what is it teaching me, you are healed already. And the other method is and this course that I do through this acceptance is called radical healing modality. Okay? And the other one that we teach is, of course, power of subconscious mind, which you have also learned. It's a certified course. And in this course also now we do two ways. One is only for self-empowerment, which is online. And the other one is self-empowerment plus becoming a therapist yourself so that you can contribute to the universe what you have come to contribute. All right. So that course is also we do through this institute that I represent in India. And so whenever you think of therapy, think of these energy lines, the subconscious mind, the physical body, and your emotions. If you're able to heal your emotions, your physical issues will go, your mental issues will go, your relationship issues will go, your money issues will go. There are sometimes people have severe, we call it PAB, passive aggressive behavior with money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we have, we have belief systems which does not let us have money. Mm-hmm. For example, like my mom,
limiting.
Right from the because I remember my mom always used to say that if you are either you can be very knowledgeable or you can be very rich. You can't have both the things. Mm-hmm. So it was there inside me. I literally had to push this, heal myself, give back the energy of my mom and her belief system, change my belief system, that it is possible to have knowledge, be spiritual, and still be rich.
Lovely.
So these are the changes that you can do, and that is how it can help you in any type of issue in your life, any type.
Thank you so much, Neerja. There was a question related to that, but then, of course, we moved to something faster. There was, if you are giving this energy, when you were explaining a little bit the energy exchange that you do, like when there are limiting beliefs, as the one example that you have just said right now, will my father take it with it? These emotions that they come from them, or those words that limit my growth, will they take it back? This one was one of the questions that one of the people asked here. Will they take it back?
Yeah. So first of all, let us understand something. Why do we take these belief system energies? How did they reach to us from our parents? Our parents are supposed to give us their DNA only. Okay? But if I am a mind and soul, and if I don't have a body, and I cannot experience anything without a body, then my parents are the one who give me the DNA which creates my body, and we children feel indebted to them always. And then we are so loyal to them that out of loyalty, I take their pain, I take their grief, I take their belief systems, I take their energies. Parents never give it to us. We take it from them. Because that is how I can prove my loyalty towards my parents. So if you're sad, or you have depression, I will also take depression. And then I feel I've been so loyal to my parents.
Loyalty,
But
of loyalty.
yeah. So we are the one who take the energy, and therefore the moment we want to return it to the parents, they're very happy to take it back. They in any case didn't want us. See, every parent will tell the child, listen, I have this problem. I could not study. I want you to study. I don't want you to experience the same pain that I experienced. Every parent wants their child not to experience what they've experienced. So, but out of loyalty, I take that energy from them. And the moment I return it to them happily, they take it back. And then, you know, you can actually hear your parents telling you, I told you so. Why did you take it at all? I never wanted to give you. But now you're returning. Thank you so much. Please return it. They will take it back. Willfully, parents will take it back.
Totally.
In fact, if you are a parent, willfully, you also withdraw your energy from your children.
Yes. So that we don't put any unnecessary charges. Yes, we have
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Totally. There were many people thanking you, but of course, there was one, no matter how much I listen to you, it's always less. I feel the same way. Every time I listen to you, Neerja, like I don't have enough. Like I could be with you for hours and hours and I would never get tired. But now we have very few minutes.
Thank you.
And we don't have enough time to even do a last question. Only 2 minutes for you to let us know what are the next trainings online that you are doing and who is available, because you said that one is for counselors, psychotherapists, and the other one is open to everyone. That there was one about empowerment and another one about psychotherapy strategies that I did with you, right?
So what you did with me was hypnotherapy. Then we are also there are psychologists around and they need to do their internship. Our Jaipur office does that also, and under Dr. Kavita Bhargav, and that is another thing which will be coming up soon. Then the program that I was talking about, Radical, it is called Radical Crystalline Mind, which I will be doing on probably on this Saturday, Sunday, most probably. I keep forgetting the dates, but it will be put here. We can put it over here.
It is already. It is already on Instagram, guys.
It's already there. So if you can link it and do it, because generally I keep forgetting it, and Dr. Kavita helps me in remembering all these things. She's my memory board. So that is the one we will be doing. It is for 3 hours in the evening, India time, and for 2 days.
For 2 days, it's a short one.
It's a short one and I prefer to do it India time after office hours, so that people don't have to take a leave or something like this, and they finish the day work, and in the evening they are more available. But then depending, so for example, when we do programs with people in USA or in Tokyo, then we adjust the timings according to their timings. So Kavita says 25th and 26th July. So guys, it is 25th and 26th July.
Lovely. Thank you so much. I don't have enough words to thank you for this time given to me and to everyone, and to the people that will connect when they arrive from their jobs or put their babies to sleep. I really thank you for this time, for all your inspiration, for your shower of wisdom and knowledge. And I hope that this has helped as much as it has helped me a lot and inspired me a lot, but hopefully to many more people. Thank you, Neerja. I send
you Clara,
many kisses from Uganda and East Africa, and definitely we would like to bring you here after this COVID. We will see how to organize. And thank you also to Dr. Kavita for helping us organize this as well. Thank you so much.
It's generally possible because of her. She was after me all the time. Thank you so much, guys, for being here, for being in my universe and being here virtually. We are in connection to each other, even if we can't meet and see because of COVID or whatever it is. Thank you so much for being there. See you, Clara, and thanks a ton.
Thank you.
Kavita.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.